Welcome to Right Selection TV, where we host different entrepreneurs, international speakers and celebrities once a week and then ask them questions about success. In fact, as you know, we recently hosted Ivan Meisner here in Dubai in partnership with BNI and Referral Institute, and we had the pleasure of hosting Bob URICHUCK here in Kuwait and in Dubai. I'm going to invite Bob to join our show and ask him a few questions. Welcome, Bob.
Hey, thanks, Scott. It's great to see you here, and I'm looking forward to supporting you in any way I can.
Fantastic, thank you. I just have a couple of questions,
Sure.
if I may. First question, I mean, there's so many definitions out there, but what I like of the word success. But I'd like to know, what is your definition of the word success?
Well, it's funny, that's a word that I looked into years ago, and success is actually defined as the progressive realization of a worthy goal. So in other words, it's not accomplishment of the goal, it's the progressive realization of a worthy goal. So the key thing is to have goals from the inside, what you want to do, not what somebody else wants of you, but that's success, is you doing what you want to do and accomplishing it.
Bob, we've both read many books, but what I'd like to know is which one book has truly impacted your life and made an impact, if I could say, a game-changing experience from that book?
Well, you got to realize that I got to go back to my younger age. When I was 18 years old, I got exposed to the powers of the mind. And the first book that really changed my life was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the quote is, what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. However, that set me on the path of goal setting and taking control of my life. But the book that gave me the most value, particularly which led me in a whole new path, was The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino.
Oh, yes.
It gave you 10 scrolls, and you had to read one scroll 3 times a day for 30 days. And if you missed a reading, you had to start over again. A book that could be read in an hour and a half took me 18 months to read. And it created disciplines within me, and it gave me a whole new life, because what I did is it kind of, you might call it, you brainwash yourself. It's like affirmations, and it put me on the right track to where I want to go. And today it allows me to share that kind of message around the world.
You know, I have a great memories of that book. One particular principle was, I greet this day with love in my heart. And that's one principle.
I will persist until I succeed. Oh yes, it's a great book.
In fact, to remind you, I must read that up again.
Yes, and of course he's got The Greatest Secret in the World, following the same principle. So it's that was my main inspiration.
Fantastic. One final question, Bob. I mean, you've traveled across the globe, be it from Bali, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, the entire Gulf numerous times over the years.
Yes.
Europe a few times, and across the States and Canada, obviously. I'd like to know, which one person could you say has positively impacted or inspired you, that you'd like to share?
Well, that's a difficult question when you look at one person, but you just brought me into country 47, and we've known each other for 15 years, and if there's one person that not only inspired me because they were young, they were ambitious, they had a drive, they had a vision, and they took the right steps, and they sat in on all the seminars, learned everything they can. They are the networker of networkers, and I would say it's the person who is really my feet on the street in the Middle East and in India, and so others knew about him. You were young when you started. Do you remember?
Yes.
You took a risk. We started. I was your first speaker.
Absolutely.
I remember we talked about you can make big money, but you can lose big money, and if I recall, you lost big money on the first.
Yes, the very first one, yeah.
And yet we stuck together, and for 15 years, we've developed so many countries together. We've traveled so much together.
Absolutely.
Man, nobody has impacted my life more than you. You are my inspiration, because there's nothing like seeing the youth make that difference. You made that difference.
Thank you, Bob. I'm humbled
You are the
by
man.
that.
You are the man.
And thank you very much, Bob. I really appreciate your time, and it's always been a pleasure. Thank you very much. I mean it. Thank you. That was Bob URICHUCK, international author, speaker, who Right Selection have represented in the Gulf and India for the last 15 years. It's a true honor and privilege to know him both as a friend and speaker. He's one of the most authentic, humble, down-to-earth human beings I know personally, and it's been an honor and privilege to have him on Right Selection TV. Keep watching this space for the next personality. Thank you.